Welcome to Fool's Bag. Today, I will talking about the largest three countries by area in the world. Number 3. China, officially the People's Republic of China, PRC, is a country in East Asia. With a population exceeding 1.4 billion, it is the world's second most populous country after India. China spans the equivalent of 5 time zones and borders 14 countries by land. With an area of nearly 9.6 million square kilometers, 3,700,000 square miles, it is the third largest country by total land area. The country is divided into 33 province-level divisions, 22 provinces, 5 autonomous regions, 4 municipalities, and 2 semi-autonomous special administrative regions. Beijing is the national capital, while Shanghai is its most populous city by urban area and largest financial center, along with Chongqing as the largest city proper in the world. China's landscape is vast and diverse, ranging from the Gobi and Taklamakan deserts in the arid north to the subtropical forests in the wetter south. The Himalaya, Karakoram, Pamir, and Tian Shan mountain ranges separate China from much of South and Central Asia. The Yangtze and Yellow rivers, the third and sixth longest in the world, respectively, run from the Tibetan Plateau to the densely populated eastern seaboard. China's coastline along the Pacific Ocean is 14,500 kilometers, 9,000 miles, long and is bounded by the Bohai, Yellow, East China and South China Seas. China connects through the Kazakh border to the Eurasian steppe. The territory of China lies between latitudes 18 degrees and 54 degrees north, and longitude 73 degrees and 135 degrees east. The geographical center of China is marked by the center of the country monument at 35 degree 50/40.9 N 103 degree 27 7.5 E. China's landscapes vary significantly across its vast territory. In the east, along the shores of the Yellow Sea and the East China Sea, there are extensive and densely populated alluvial plains, while on the edges of the Inner Mongolian Plateau in the north, broad grasslands predominate. Southern China is dominated by hills and low mountain ranges, while the Central East hosts the deltas of China's 2 major rivers, the Yellow River and the Yangtze River. Other major rivers include the Xi, Mekong, Brahmaputra, and Amur. To the west sit major mountain ranges, most notably the Himalayas. High plateaus feature among the more arid landscapes of the north, such as the Taklamakan and the Gobi Desert. The world's highest point, Mount Everest, 8,848 m, lies on the Sino-Nepalese border. The country's lowest point, and the world's third lowest, is the dried lake bed of Ading Lake, -154 m, in the Turpan Depression. China's climate is mainly dominated by dry seasons and wet monsoons, which lead to pronounced temperature differences between winter and summer. In the winter, northern winds coming from high-latitude areas are cold and dry. In summer, southern winds from coastal areas at lower latitudes are warm and moist. A major environmental issue in China is the continued expansion of its deserts, particularly the Gobi Desert. Although barrier tree lines planted since the 1970s have reduced the frequency of sandstorms, prolonged drought and poor agricultural practices have resulted in dust storms plaguing northern China each spring, which then spread to other parts of East Asia, including Japan and Korea. Water quality, erosion, and pollution control have become important issues in China's relations with other countries. Number 2. Canada is a country in North America. Its 10 provinces and 3 territories extend from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean and northward into the Arctic Ocean, making it the world's second largest country by total area, with the world's longest coastline. Its border with the United States is the world's longest international land border. The country is characterized by a wide range of both meteorologic and geological regions. It is a sparsely inhabited country of 40 million people, the vast majority residing south of the 55th parallel in urban areas. Canada's capital is Ottawa, and its 3 largest metropolitan areas are Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. Canada is the second largest country in the world, after Russia. By land area alone, Canada ranks 4th, due to having the world's largest area of freshwater lakes. Stretching from the Atlantic Ocean in the east, along the Arctic Ocean to the north, and to the Pacific Ocean in the west, The country encompasses 9,984,670 square kilometers, 3,855,100 square miles of territory. Canada also has vast maritime terrain, with the world's longest coastline of 243,042 kilometers, 151,019 miles. In addition to sharing the world's largest land border with the United States, spanning 8,891 kilometers, 5,525 miles, Canada shares a land border with Greenland, and hence the Kingdom of Denmark, to the northeast, on Hans Island, and a maritime boundary with France's overseas collectivity of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon to the southeast. Canada can be divided into 7 physiographic regions: the Canadian Shield, the Interior Plains, the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Lowlands, the Appalachian Region, the Western Cordillera, Hudson Bay Lowlands, and the Arctic Archipelago. Boreal forests prevail throughout the country. Ice is prominent in northern Arctic regions and through the Rocky Mountains, and the relatively flat Canadian prairies in the southwest facilitate productive agriculture. The Great Lakes feed the St. Lawrence River in the southeast, where the lowlands host much of Canada's economic output. Canada has over 2 million lakes, 563 of which are larger than 100 square kilometers, 39 square miles, containing much of the world's fresh water. There are also freshwater glaciers in the Canadian Rockies, the Coast Mountains, and the Arctic Cordillera. Canada is geologically active, having many earthquakes and potentially active volcanoes, notably Mount Miga Massif, Mount Garibaldi, Mount Cayley, and the Mount Edziza volcanic complex. Average winter and summer high temperatures across Canada vary from region to region. Winters can be harsh in many parts of the country, particularly in the interior and prairie provinces, which experience a continental climate, where daily average temperatures are near -15 degrees Celsius 5 degrees Fahrenheit, but can drop below -40 degrees Celsius -40 degrees Fahrenheit with severe wind chills. In non-coastal regions, snow can cover the ground for almost 6 months of the year, while in parts of the north snow can persist year-round. Coastal British Columbia has a temperate climate with a mild and rainy winter. Number 1. Russia, or the Russian Federation, is a country spanning Eastern Europe and North Asia. It is the largest country in the world by area, extending across 11 time zones and sharing land borders with 14 countries. It is the world's 9th most populous country and Europe's most populous country. Russia is a highly urbanized country including 16 population centers with over 1 million inhabitants. Its capital as well as its largest city is Moscow. St. Petersburg is Russia's second largest city and its cultural capital. Russia's vast landmass stretches over the easternmost part of Europe and the northernmost part of Asia. It spans the northernmost edge of Eurasia and has the world's 4th longest coastline of over 37,653 kilometers, 23,396 miles. Russia lies between latitudes 41 degrees and 82 degrees north, and longitudes 19 degrees east and 169 degrees west, extending some 9,000 kilometers, 5,600 miles east to west, and 2,500 to 4,000 kilometers, 1,600 to 2,500 miles, north to south. Russia, by landmass, is larger than 3 continents, and has the same surface area as Pluto. Russia has 9 major mountain ranges, and they are found along the southernmost regions, which share a significant portion of the Caucasus Mountains, containing Mount Elbrus, which at 5,642 meters, 18,510 feet, is the highest peak in Russia and Europe, the Altai and Sayun Mountains in Siberia, and in the East Siberian Mountains and the Kamchatka Peninsula in the Russian Far East, containing Klyuchevskaya Sopka, which at 4,750 meters, 15,584 feet, is the highest active volcano in Eurasia. The Ural Mountains, running north to south through the country's west, are rich in mineral resources and form the traditional boundary between Europe and Asia. The lowest point in Russia and Europe is situated at the head of the Caspian Sea, where the Caspian Depression reaches some 29 meters, 95.1 feet, below sea level. Russia, as one of the world's only 3 countries bordering 3 oceans, has links with a great number of seas. Its major islands and archipelagos include Novaya Zemlya, Franz Josef Land, Severnaya Zemlya, the New Siberian Islands, Wrangel Island, the Kuril Islands, 4 of which are disputed with Japan, and Sakhalin. The Diomede Islands, administered by Russia and the United States, just 3.8 kilometers (2.4 miles) apart, and Kunishir Island of the Kuril Islands is merely 20 kilometers (12.4 miles) from Hokkaido, Japan. Russia, home of over 100,000 rivers, has one of the world's largest surface water resources, with its lakes containing approximately 1/4 of the world's liquid fresh water. Lake Baikal, the largest and most prominent among Russia's freshwater bodies, is the world's deepest, purest, oldest and most capacious freshwater lake, containing over 1/5 of the world's fresh surface water. Ladoga and Onega in northwestern Russia are 2 of the largest lakes in Europe. Russia is second only to Brazil by total renewable water resources. The Volga in western Russia, widely regarded as Russia's national river, is the longest river in Europe and forms the Volga Delta, the largest river delta in the continent. The Siberian rivers of Ob, Yenisei, Lena, and Amur are among the world's longest rivers. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you next video.